So I've been doing this series lately that I've been wanting to fill up and do a lot of characters up on. So far, I believe I have four done, and it's probably the four that are on my mind the most. And next, I guess I should just do Banjo before I, wait too long. But I do want to go ahead and get this video out, and this is going to be a spin-off of that idea, a spin-off of those other videos, because this one is going to be, instead of being if blank is DLC for Smash, this is going to be blank probably won't be DLC for Smash. But the point of this video, and the point of if I do more in this spin-off of that series, the point is being that there is actual legitimate proof and legitimate reason why this character is not a total, flop. It's not a total nonsensical. It could still happen. It's not completely outside of the realm of reason, and you probably already see the title, and you probably already see the image on screen, and it is of course Joker from Persona 5. Now this is a character that, when I try to think of like a video game character that I really love, and that should really deserve to be in a giant crossover game like this, I say Joker is on Bayonetta's level of tier list. I think she's like a C-lister that got the B-list bump thanks to Smash Bros. And thanks to Nintendo. I think that Joker mainly would have been a C-lister, but because Persona 4 and because Persona 4 basically, Persona and had so much love and hype building up to it, and every year without the sequel to Persona 4, it just got more and more fans, and then Persona 4 Golden came out on the Vita, which is when I came in. A lot of other people came in around that time. Persona's fan base was just growing and growing and growing, and everyone was eagerly awaiting the sequel to Persona 4, and when we finally got Persona 5, holy shit, was that a great game. Holy shit, was that a great experience. So, we got Persona 4 or we got Persona 5, I mean. I don't know if it's like Persona 4 this whole time. We finally got Persona 5, the sequel to Persona 4. Now we're getting the dancing games coming soon. In fact, I think they come out like a little bit before Smash, and that's the only reason why I'm probably going to skip them from now. I'll probably just play them later. Especially because I actually really liked Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Persona 4, though, is one of my favorite Persona games. It's one of my favorite RPGs. I adore that series. I really adore 4. And who do I like more between the characters of 4 and 5? I'd probably say 4, but the cast of 5 is so lively and so lovable, and I really think 5 is the far superior game. And I couldn't even believe it. Like, playing Persona 5, it made me kind of sad and heartbroken, because the idea of leaving behind the characters from 4 that I really grew attached to did not feel right at all. And as I got to know the characters of Persona 5, it's like, well, I'm glad I had these experiences with both these teams, because I really enjoy both. I really enjoy Persona 5. And I think a lot of people do. There's a reason why so many Smash Bros. YouTubers use the songs from Persona 5 in their videos. And it's not just them. A lot of gaming YouTube uses songs from Persona 5 in their videos. People love those songs. They're iconic. Not only the songs is fucking good. I mean, the game's famous for having really good songs. But, everyone, I don't know, it's like they invoke really happy and good memories because of Persona 5 is such a positive experience for so many different people. And a lot of people, who missed out on 4, it's like Persona got even more fans because of 5. Because people are like, oh, people are making a big deal about this game? I'll check it out, I think when I finally bit the bullet and bought Persona 4 was, I kept seeing cosplayers, cosplay as the characters, and I was like, I see these characters so much. Who are they? And eventually I was watching the Co-optional podcast, and Total Biscuit and Dodger were talking about it it's super good, and how Total Biscuit loves it. And I was like, damn, everyone loves this fucking game. And so I saw it for $20, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I don't know anything about this game. I don't even know the gameplay. I just know what the characters look like. But you know what? If some people say it's good, then I'll just fucking try it. Pretty much why I just bought Xenoblade Chronicles 2. While I've just made a video about if Rex and Pyra can be playable. I just bought the game. So far, I don't have much more of an opinion on the characters because I'm so early on. But I already understand why people like the gameplay. I already like the game, so I can't wait to sink my teeth further into that game. Hopefully, play a bunch of it before Smash comes out. But either way, I was like, damn, okay, fine, I'll buy Persona 4. So I buy the fucking game, fall in love with it, eagerly wait for Persona 5. You know? And then, like, I remember, like, I was watching a co-optional podcast with JonTron on, and he was complaining about RPGs, and he's like, why can't they just make them good like Persona 4? And it's like, it's became this whole thing. Like, everyone loves Persona 4, and then Persona 5 came out, and I feel like everyone who didn't play 4 is understanding, like, oh, this is why people like Persona so much. Sakurai himself has even said that he likes Persona. So, in fact, a lot of people pointed out how Smash Bros. Ultimate is inspired by Persona, with when you do the final smashes now, their characters' eyes appear on the screen, just like how in Persona games, when you do the ultimate all-out attack, that's what happens as well. So, I've rambled on long enough. I want to now at least say why Joker is not completely outside of the realm of reason. Now, you might be saying, hey, Persona 5 was an exclusive PS4 game. It did not come out on anything else. Not PC, not Xbox One, and definitely not Switch. And while I really, really wanted Persona 5 to come to Switch, I was really hoping that during the Nintendo Switch announcement, when they showed the Shin Megami Tensei characters, it was going to start doing a trailer for Persona 5. Oh my god. But no. So far, it looks like there's not even plans to port that game onto the Switch. Persona usually is a PlayStation exclusive game, and all their games seem to be exclusive to PlayStation. It's just something that Atlus likes. However, Shin Megami Tensei games are on Nintendo pretty often. In fact, Persona Q is on 3DS and not Vita, even though Persona 4 Golden is on the Vita, and Persona Dancing All Night was on the Vita. So, very peculiar, very confusing as to why Persona is, on 3DS and Vita, and it interchanges. Joker is in Persona Q2 that's coming to 3DS and not the Switch. Granted, that means Joker is on an actual Nintendo game. Now, does it matter? Does it matter if a Nintendo character is... or does it matter if a character's on Nintendo? I don't think so. I think a lot of people seem to think it matters, and that's when they talk about Shantae being in Smash, they say, oh, well, Shantae used to be on the Game Boy Color, and she's an indie game character who has earned her place in Nintendo history. I agree, and that's why Shantae is a spirit, but she is not more popular than Shovel Knight, guys. If Shovel Knight's like going to be an assist trophy, that pretty much not just only deconfirms Shovel Knight, it deconfirms all other indie game characters. It's not going to happen, and really, an indie game character getting an assist trophy is a huge milestone. That's amazing. Remember, Rayman was just a normal trophy. Now he's just a fucking spirit. So, but a lot of people are pointing out how Rayman has a chance because Nintendo is picking up the DLC, and Nintendo is picking out characters. Nintendo could possibly pick out a character from a game franchise company, whatever, that could be a big deal and could be beloved by other, something that makes Nintendo look good because Nintendo has been working with that company. That's why a lot of people are saying Minecraft will probably make more sense over Banjo, because Nintendo doesn't have much of a reason to go for Banjo, and Nintendo actually does have a good reason to promote Minecraft, because while it's the first cross-play game like with Microsoft that's owned by Microsoft, it's on the Nintendo system. So that's pretty huge, and Nintendo could probably see the sales of Minecraft on Switch. They probably know how well it's doing, so I think that that makes a lot of sense. But we can apply that same logic to the Shin Megami Tensei franchise. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, like, well, Persona's not on Switch. Yeah, I know, Persona Q is only on 3DS, and that doesn't, at least it's Nintendo, but let's not forget Shin Megami Tensei games on 3DS already. There was a Shin Megami Tensei game on 3DS. Shin Megami Tensei is no stranger to Nintendo. The franchise and Atlus and Nintendo work together all the time, okay? Atlus and Nintendo aren't best friends, but Atlus and Nintendo work together. You want to talk about Atlus and Nintendo working together? Let's talk about Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem. Let's talk about fucking Tokyo Mirage Sessions FE. That game was literally just Persona, but with Fire Emblem characters. And the fucking hilarious thing was that it was like a Shin Megami Tensei crossover, but it's like this is Shin Megami Tensei. Don't get me wrong; it's got the same enemies and a similar idea behind it. But let's not get mistaken. This character and those enemies, this is like a high school scenario with high schoolers and bonding friendships. And the more you do bonding missions with the characters, the better their skills become, and they get better in the game. If you spend time with them outside of the game, they become stronger in the game. For those of you who are fans of Persona, Persona 5 is the best one. But man, if you didn't play Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that game was extremely charming, very fun, very faithful to the Shin Megami franchise. As a fan of both Fire Emblem and Persona, I was blown the fuck away with that game. That game was so much fun and so good. Really loved that game. And it had a very interesting take on changing out characters mid-battle. And the battle system kind of reminded me more of Final Fantasy X in a lot of ways. And and then like Final Fantasy X mixed with Persona. With a three character party instead of a 4-person party. Like Persona 4 and 5, you get a 4-man party. But the character switching made it really good. Then there was all these like team up attacks, different characters. If you got two different characters together, they would do team up attacks together, depending on who you were teaming up with. Characters would randomly do. Oh my god, it reeked of Persona goodness. It was literally Persona on the Wii U, but with Fire Emblem stuff in it. And I fucking honestly. Oh my god, I don't know if that game sold well because the Wii U wasn't even selling well, but I bought that game and I loved it. Man, I really hope there's a sequel to this game on the Switch. If they did a port, whatever, I would mind because people probably haven't played the first one. But my god, is it charming. Again, if you like Persona, go back and play that game on the Wii U, man. Buy it new so Nintendo knows, man. It's worth the money. It totally was worth the money for me, man. I synced a lot of hours into it and really enjoyed it. I grinded the shit out of it. And I was like sad the Wii U didn't have more hardcore RPGs like that. Like that was fun. So you want to talk about Atlus and Nintendo's relationship. Nintendo let Atlus make a full-on fucking crossover game with Fire Emblem of all fucking franchises, crossing over with Shin Megami Tensei. It's like the Kingdom Hearts of Nintendo and Atlus games. Like, you gotta tell me that they don't like Atlus? We already know that when the Switch was revealed, they already showed this little video clip of Shin Megami Tensei monsters, and it said, hey, there's gonna be a Shin Megami Tensei game in the future on the Switch. You want to tell me Nintendo doesn't like Atlus? Nintendo? Oh boy. Will it be Joker? It might not be Joker. But if it's an Atlus character at all, that would be huge. And I feel like Joker is the one that would make the most sense. Persona 5 did well in Japan. It did well here in America. Sakurai enjoyed it. He got inspiration from it for the menus. I feel like it's a game that took everyone by storm, and I think that Joker could work. If we don't get Sora and we got Joker, I would be completely satisfied because Joker would blow me the fuck away. If we got both, oh my god. It's like the game's already getting Game of the Year in my book. It's like the game's already the best game ever made if it has one of these guys, but you get both. It's like this is beyond the Game of the Year. This is like this is an 11 out of 10. It's a fucking 11 out of 10 if you do Joker and Sora. That's insane. That's just pure insanity. So, I think that Joker actually has a real chance. That's the fucked up part. I think Joker actually has a real fucking chance. If you look at Nintendo and Atlus' relationship, I think he has a better chance than some of these other characters that people are tossing around. In fact, I think Joker has a better chance than Heihachi. I think Joker has a better chance than a few other characters. Again, I don't think it matters if, Cloud, you could talk about Joker, he's only on the Nintendo system in the form of a chibi. Well, so is Cloud. Cloud's not really, on, Final Fantasy VII's not on fucking, Nintendo. Well, it's going to be now. But it was already on the Wii U before it was on the Switch, Cloud was already in Smash Bros. Wii U before Final Fantasy VII Switch was announced. So, I'm just saying, man. And having a game where we have Joker, the most important Shin Megami Tensei protagonist, versus Cloud, the most important Final Fantasy protagonist. Dude, that's that's ridiculous. So, I would love it. Nintendo could suggest it. It could happen. It's not completely outside the realm of possibility. And that's the thing. I'm not here to say Joker will be DLC. In fact, this video was supposed to be Joker's probably not going to be in the game. But guess what? This video is titled If Joker is DLC for Smash. Because you know what? I believe in Joker. And you know what? Oh my god. I don't know if his name's supposed to be Joker or something different. That's his code name. I think that's an acceptable name for Smash. I don't remember what his default name was. I know in Persona 4 the main character's name was like U something something, like U. His name was YUU. I don't really remember him having a name. It doesn't start you off with a default name. You just name your own character. But Persona 5 was such a fucking masterpiece of a good fucking game. It would be so amazing if we got Joker in Smash. Then he could also have his two alt costumes, his school clothes or his masked outfit. That would be so fucking dope. He would have a short knife and a gun, and he could summon his persona, gun, a knife, and he could summon his persona. And also, you would think he would be able to use different personas. Again, I'm not really saying. I made this idea with Rex and Pyra that Mythra and Pyra would be interswapped. Yeah, well, that's because in Xenoblade you get multiple blades, and Pyra and Mythra are both considered blades. As far as that going, I think it should just be different moves through different personas. I don't think it should be like Pokemon Trainer or My Theory for Rex, where you press down B and it changes a persona. I think that would just be silly. I think it'd be better off if it's just different personas for different special attacks. But either way, Persona, it doesn't even have to be that crazy. And then, of course, his final smash would be an all-out attack. That's what Alpha Rad said it should be. I kind of agree with that, because then you could end it with the whole, where it's like Smash Bros. Gameplay, where when he tightens the glove, it switches to, the colorful comic book explosion style. And that would be so fucking cool to see for a final smash. Then you could, of course, have different party members. One of them would have to be Mona, and one would have to be Ryuji, and then probably Anne as the last one. As much as I love Makoto, and I think we all love Makoto, and I would love to see her. Makoto was in my party almost all times. She's by far the best girl in my opinion. Anne is so iconic, and those four together, you gotta have Mona, you gotta have the cat, you gotta have Ryuji, because you can't just have all girls. And Ryuji is kind of iconic, even though no one really uses him. The skull mask and everything is fucking iconic. And he is, the main character's best friend. And you gotta have Anne, because for God's sake, she's the most iconic character in the game, in my opinion, with the red suit, the fucking whip. I mean, everyone cosplays Anne for a reason. So you gotta do that shit, man. So, man, oh man. So for his moves, he'd probably be kind of short range, with his A attacks being mostly with the knife. You could give him the gun for some attacks. But really, I feel like his standard special... I feel like all the special moves should not have a gun. The gun should not be included in the special moves. Special moves should be basically dedicated to different persona attacks. I think that his gun needs to be some form of A attack. Whether it be a smash... That wouldn't make sense. His smash should be like the critical attack. Yeah, the critical attack should be like his smash, his forward smash. But the gun needs to be there somewhere. I don't know if it should be the tilt. That would be kind of awkward. But they gotta have the gun in there. So maybe the throw could include the gun. But, Or maybe the gun should just be his... you tap A a few times, he does a few slices, and then he'll have a rapid fire move, but instead of rapid firing his blades, he'll take his gun and just shoot a whole bunch. That way, it technically has range, but for the most part, it's gonna be used up close, because you'll have to start your A combo first before it gets pulled out. And also, it's when you use the gun as Joker, you have the choice of how much you want to shoot. Of how much you tap that gun. So I think something like that, where rapid fire is 9 times or something like that, bam, 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 and then he does a big knife hit to knock him away. I think that could work and be really fun. The personas or the gun element either one of those could make him a unique character. Now, obviously, I haven't said too many different ideas with the personas because so many ideas exist. He could have fire moves, ice moves, lightning moves, holy moves, death moves, stuff like that. So, some way they could make him feel very unique and different through his persona attacks. I feel like that's probably the best way to differentiate him from other characters. That and the gun stuff. So there's definitely ways to make Joker stand out and not just be another fighter, because most new characters usually stand out in some way. Even K. Rool stood out in a very big way with the way his gun works, and the way all of his different zoning projectiles work. And same with like Incineroar, seems to be a little bit different from what we're used to. He's not just like a big guy. He's a little different from other big guys. He's up close grappler big guy. Even his Ford B has like this weird mechanic to it where it's a grapple. So something's got to be special about Joker. I think that the personas or the gun would definitely be where it comes into play. Yes. Also, they could do something involving bonds with like bonding with different characters, but I'm not exactly sure how that would work. But I mean, a big part of Persona is with bonding. I'm not exactly sure where that would fit in there, besides just the straight up all-out attacks. But in Persona 5, they always had like, it was more than just that. They had like, different special attacks would happen every so often if you had bond levels up with different characters. So yeah, I think I talked about costumes, talked about the music. Obviously, well, I didn't talk about the music, but that's just obvious. I talked about the moveset, the stage. I would love it if it was the opening where, like, when you first meet Joker, where he's robbing the casino. But it's definitely got to be inside someone's mind. It's got to, or maybe like the dungeon version of the school. No, I don't really care for that. It would have to be one of the dungeons, one of the worlds that is inside someone's mind. Which one? Sakurai can pick either one he wants, but I would really like it if it was Makoto's sister, because that's like the casino world, and that's when you first see Joker in the game, is him running away from the casino world. So I think the casino world would be fun, and there's not really a casino level in Smash. Despite the fact that we have Sonic, we don't have a casino level. So that would be a lot of fun. And also I think that setting would be perfect for a lot of that Persona 5 music, baby. And hearing some of that Persona 5 music would be so good. So I do think Joker in Persona 5 has a possible chance of having representation. I don't think it's completely outside of the realm of possibility. And that's why I'm making this video. Is this more so wishful thinking? Yes. But I do think that there's going to be a few characters announced, at least 2. I think 3 characters are going to be like, oh, neat. And I think 2 characters are going to be, holy shit! So, obviously not all the holy shit characters are going to be introduced. Like, I think a lot of Banjo fans might be upset when all the 5 characters are announced. But, like I said in the Sora video, until the final character's announced, I won't know if Sora will be, like, in the game or not. Like, in my mind, until the 5th one's announced, I'm going to have hope that Sora will be announced. That's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most. I think the one that has the most possible chance. But people who are saying Joker isn't going to happen, dude, I don't think Bandana D is going to happen at all. Okay, I think if Bandana D was going to happen, he'd be a newcomer already. Okay? They had plenty of time to make this character in the game. I think he's not in the game for a reason. Okay? I don't think Nintendo's going to say do Bandana D. Okay, I think Nintendo knows that the DLC characters have to be kind of big and have to be important. Well, I mean, I say that, and then you see Piranha Plant, but that's not that's neither here nor there. And while I am a Bandana D fan, and I actually wanted him in the game, he kind of made more sense to be just in the game as a character, like, that comes with the game. I'm sorry, but I feel like his chance will come when Waluigi gets his. And that's not a bad thing. Because Waluigi needs to be in this game too, and he's not going to happen as DLC. So there's a lot of characters that aren't going to happen as DLC. But either way, very, very optimistic and excited. I would love Persona representation. I would love Kingdom Hearts representation. I would love to see Geno from Mario RPG getting representation. I would love Hayachi and Tekken game representation, though. I actually feel like it's one of those things that's a little bit too predictable that the fans come rally around behind, and I think it's actually not that likely. I think Joker actually makes way more sense than characters like Heihachi and even Sora. But God, would Sora be perfect? But if they're gonna do Sora, he needs to be like the first one announced. But we'll wait and see. I think when in this video here, there's not much more I can say about Joker. I talked about the costumes, the moveset, the stage, the songs, and I talked about the history with Nintendo and why it would be possible. So that's it for this video. I will have to come back with a video on Banjo-Kazooie or something. So I'll catch you guys later. Fuck, I probably never do Banjo-Kazooie.